Hello all, welcome to part 1 of Cucumber Hybrid Framework. So let's get started. In this session, I'm going to practically demonstrate the creating and building of Cucumber Hybrid Framework from scratch. First, we'll start with creating a Maven project. Okay, as part of building this framework, first we are going to create a Maven project. For that, I need to launch this Eclipse ID. Let me click on this Eclipse ID. So Eclipse ID is launching, guys. Okay, let's wait for the Eclipse ID to launch. It's almost launched. You got this Eclipse ID launcher dialog asking us to provide the workspace location where you want to store this framework as a project. Okay, further I'll click on browse and go to this my C drive. And in my C drive of my machine, I'll go to my C drive of my machine. Yeah, some location I'll choose, guys. I'll choose this QAFox location, and here I'll create a new folder. I'll just name this folder as some relevant name I'll give for this workspace name. Cucumber Hybrid Framework or Cucumber Hybrid. Yeah, framework is fine. Okay. I'll just name this workspace location where I'm going to store the projects as Cucumber Hybrid Framework. I'll select this folder and click on select folder button. And you see this is the location where I'm going to create the projects. Okay. In my machine. See in this drive, in this folder, and with this under this folder, we are going to create the project. Click on launch button. Eclipse ID will launch in a while at a new workspace. Okay, let's wait for the Eclipse ID to launch. It's launching, guys, as you can see. So the Eclipse ID has launched here, and maximize this. I'll close this welcome screen, and here we got the project explorer and all those stuff. I'll just click on this file. First, I have to create a Maven project, guys. Okay, in the launched Eclipse ID, first I need to create a Maven project. For that, how to create a Maven project? I have to select file and then select new, and then select this project option. In this new project dialog, I'll search for Maven. I'll filter Maven here. I'll get this Maven folder. Under that, we'll get a Maven project. I'll select this Maven project option and click on next button. So in this screen, new Maven project, don't select this checkbox option. Simply click on next button. Okay, once you click on the next button, it is retrieving the different templates, that is archetypes. Okay, so using many templates, different templates, we can create the Maven project. So these are the different archetypes of archetypes or templates that we can use for creating a Maven project, guys. So I'm going to use something only one template. So to get the template, you have to type Maven. Okay, hyphen archetype hyphen quick start. Okay, like that, you just filter these templates. So only 3 templates got filtered. In that, we have to go with the Apache one, Apache Maven archetypes. The template type is Maven archetype quick start. Whatever I filtered, right? That is, and some version is there 1.4. Whatever the version comes, that's okay. It should be from Apache, guys. Okay, select this template. I already have mentioned this. You see, Maven archetype quick start template. We are going to use for creating this Maven project. Once this template is selected, click on next button. You will get this dialog, new Maven project dialog. Here we have to give the project name. Okay, here we have to give the project name. So what is the project name that we give? For example, I want to automate this application, guys. So I'll give the same name. This application I want to automate, tutorialsninja.com/demo application. So I'll give the project name as tutorials ninja project. Okay, or proj, tutorials ninja project. Tutorials ninja also is fine. Okay, anything is fine. TNP I'll give here. And I'll click on finish button. In a while, you see here creating Maven archetype, quick start, 33% is coming. Sometimes you'll get this console, guys. Okay, so here and here, whatever it is, whatever the console you get. Okay, so nowadays, guys, when you're trying to create a Maven project with this Maven archetype quick start template from Apache, right? It's asking you for this kind of console. In the console of your Eclipse ID, this kind of messages are coming, guys, where you're asked to enter Y here. Okay, so this was not the case in the previous versions. Previously, it was not the case. Directly, the Maven project used to be created directly with this Maven active kickstart without this kind of scenario. Now, these days, okay, these days this is coming. If in case you are getting this kind of things and your progress is stuck at 33%, just look into your console of your Eclipse IDE and just type Y here, okay? It's asking whether Y or no. Okay, just type Y. You will get the build success. Once the build is successful, you will get 100% here, okay? You'll get 100% here and the progress will be completed, building and 100%. Fine. Let me close this and minimize this. Okay, the Maven project got created now. Okay, the first part is we have to create a Maven project. Okay, let's expand this Maven project here. Here we have two source folder by default in this archetype or template of Maven, that is src main Java and src test Java are the two things. Under src main Java, I got this package and some sample file. I'll delete this package along with the default app.java file, guys. I'll delete this package. Similarly, I'll delete this. Here also we got a under src test Java also we have got a package and file. I'll delete this package, so package along with the file will be deleted. Done. Now there is nothing. Okay. So what next? So the next thing is I need to create the next thing is that I need to create the feature files, guys. Okay. Here this is a Cucumber hybrid framework, right? So here we have to create the feature files. Okay. In this project, we have to create the feature files. Where we have to create the feature files? It's better to create the feature files under src test resources source folder. But when you create this, when you have created this Maven project, it came only with this src main Java and src test Java, guys. But src test resources source folder has not come. So right click on this project, guys, select new and select the source folder, guys. Okay, create this new source folder. Project, right click, new and source folder. You'll get this dialog. Here you just give, in lowercase, you give src /test/resources. Okay, resources. Like this, you create one more source folder. Click on finish. You see here, we got that source folder, src test resources. Okay, there's nothing inside this source folder at this moment. We have three source folders, src main Java, src test Java, and src test resources. Under src test resources source folder that I just now created, I would like to create the feature files. So before I create the feature files, let me create a package under this src test resources. What is the package I want to create? Right click on this and select new and create a package. Select a package. Okay, right click on this src test resources, select new and then select packages. A new Java package dialog will come. Here we have to give a package name as features. Okay, features. FEATURES. Okay, features or feature files. Anything you want to give, you can give. Then features. Okay, so click on finish. And under this features package, right click and create a new feature file. Okay, how to create the feature file? So better features is fine. Right click on this features and select new. Just select this file, guys. Select this file. And once you right click on this package and select new file, you'll get this create new file dialog. So whatever the file you are creating is under the features package of this src test resources. Here, let's say I want to create a feature file for this particular thing. That is in this application, I want to create a feature file for this login functionality. This login thing. Okay, login. I want to test the login functionality. So for that, I want to create the feature file. So I'll just name this feature file as login dot extension should be FEATURE dot feature. Okay, click on finish. That's it. So you are getting some error. There is a reason why you are getting this error. What is the error saying? When you're trying to create a feature file, login.feature, saying application is not found to identify this feature file. Okay, this Eclipse IDE cannot identify this feature file by default. That's why application not found error is given by the Eclipse IDE. Don't worry about this error, guys. There is a reason why this error has come. Say, okay, guys, no problem. So it's asking you whether you want to take the help of the Eclipse IDE to find the required extension that is required by Eclipse IDE to install so that this feature file will be recognized. Okay, I'll simply say cancel for now. No need to worry about that. Again, if you double click, guys, again, you will get the same error. Okay, this feature file cannot be recognized by Eclipse IDE. Okay, login.feature cannot be recognized by Eclipse IDE. So what we have to do, we have to install a plugin. Okay, in order to work with the feature files or open the feature files or create the feature files properly, we need a plugin, guys. Okay, we need a plugin or extension of Eclipse IDE, which doesn't come by default. The name of the plugin is Cucumber Eclipse IDE plugin. Where can you find this Cucumber Eclipse IDE plugin? In Eclipse IDE, go to Help menu and select Eclipse Marketplace here. Just select that Eclipse Marketplace from the Help menu, and you will get this Eclipse Marketplace dialog. Let it load, guys. Let this process complete. Once this process is completed, you see process is completed. Now you'll get this find, find box. Here you type Cucumber and press enter. That's it. Okay, simple thing. Just type Cucumber, guys. You will get Cucumber Eclipse plugin. Okay, this is a plugin. You see a Cucumber icon is there. This extension is required to work with these feature files, okay, in Eclipse IDE. Otherwise, you'll get this application not found error. Anyhow, we went to the Eclipse Marketplace from the help menu, and then we typed Cucumber, and this plugin came, and it's asking you, you see, install option means this plugin is not yet installed. Okay, click on install button. So installation pending. Okay, it's going to install. Okay, this Cucumber Eclipse plugin. Now click on finish, guys. Okay, just there are no licenses required. Just click on finish. Okay, the plugin will be installed. You see, installing software. 53% it stopped. The reason behind that is we got a dialog here known as trust dialog, where we have to select always trust all content. When you select this, you'll get this another dialog saying always trust everything confirmation. It's a confirmation dialog. Yes, I accept the risk. You have to select. Once you select, just select trust selected. Now it will complete the installation of that plugin, Cucumber Eclipse IDE plugin. So after this plugin is installed, we can easily work with the feature files of, okay, login.feature file and all. It's asking you to restart, guys. Just restart for the plugin installation to complete. Let's wait for the Eclipse IDE to launch. Eclipse IDE is launching, guys. Let's wait for the Eclipse IDE to launch. So what's the next step that we have to do then? Okay, we have installed Cucumber Eclipse IDE plugin. Now feature files will be identified and will not get application not found error anymore. Okay, you will see a kind of icon once the Eclipse IDE is launched. We'll see an icon, Cucumber icon beside that feature file to mention that, okay, to mention to the users that Eclipse IDE is able to identify the feature files with the help of Cucumber plugin. Okay, so expand this project, guys, Maven project, and this time under SRC test resources, under the features package, you see whatever the file we created is now identified with this Cucumber icon. That means if you double click on this, the file will open. Earlier we got application not found error, but this time you're not getting the application not found error. Everything is fine. The font size is bit low, guys. So you see the font is bit low. This outline also I don't need. I'll just minimize this outline. Still the font size is low. I'll just make it like this. The font is very less. So what I'll do, I'll increase the font so that we can see properly. Okay. What I would do, click on window, guys. In Eclipse IDE, select preference to increase the font size. Select window preferences. And here there is general. Expand this general. And under general, we have appearance. Expand that appearance. Under appearance, we have colors and fonts. Select that colors and fonts. In the colors and fonts, there is basic option. Select that basic and expand it. Under the basic, the last option you have to go text font. Okay, select this text font and select edit. And now give some font. By default, it is 10, guys. I'm changing it to 18 so that it will be more visible for us. Say okay and say apply, apply and close. Now you can see the feature file text properly, right? At least for this demonstration purpose, I need to increase the font. Otherwise, it is not required anyhow. Because I'm recording this video, you guys have to see this in better font means I have to increase that much size. In your case, it's up to you. Whatever the font you want to choose, you can choose. Okay. You see, guys, some dummy text has come here. Okay, in the feature file, I have not written any of these particular scenarios and all. So this kind of thing will happen. So what you'll do is Control A, select everything and delete it, guys. Not required anything. Okay, just click on Save All and close this feature file for now. So I'm going to work on this feature file. Before I work on this feature file, what I want to do is I want to convert this Maven Java project to Maven Cucumber project. You see here, MJ symbols are there on this project. So I want to create a Cucumber project rather than the Maven Java project, Maven Cucumber project I want. For that, I need to right click on this project. Okay, this is the next step. I need to convert this project into the Cucumber project. Here you can see here. Okay, the next step is converting the project to Cucumber project. Okay, how to do that? Right click on this project and select configure. Okay, right click on the project, select configure, and then select convert to Cucumber project option. Okay, just select that. This project is now getting converted into the Cucumber project. Okay, you see a Cucumber icon came here. Okay, Maven Cucumber icon. This is a Cucumber project. It's another step we have to take care of. Okay, the beginning of creating this project. Fine. So far, we created the Maven project with this template and we created the feature file, and the feature file was giving application not found error in Eclipse IDE. So we have installed Cucumber Eclipse IDE plugin. With the help of this plugin, the Eclipse IDE will be able to identify the feature files and we can start working on them. And then I converted the project to the Cucumber. Now, let me create this feature files completely, guys. Here, I created the feature file, but inside this feature file, there is nothing. Okay, again, the default text is there. Even though I have removed it, it's still coming, guys. Save all. Okay. Now here, I'll write the feature file from scratch, guys. Okay, I'll just say feature here, feature colon. I have to name this feature. Okay, I have to name this feature as login functionality. Okay, I'm just naming this feature as login functionality. Okay, so we are going to test the login functionality with this feature file. Okay, simple things. Here we have to create the different scenarios. Okay, we have to create the different scenarios for the login. Okay, so what are the different scenarios? For sample, I'll be taking. There may be a lot of scenarios are nothing but the test cases, guys. Okay, test cases. But here I'm going to take not all the test cases of the login functionality. For now, to get started, our focus is more on the building of the framework rather than creating this many scenarios and that many scenarios. So I'll choose up to 5 scenarios. Okay. For sample, 5 scenarios. There are 23, 24 possible, but I will take 5 scenarios for now. I'll simply say scenario here. I'll say colon, scenario colon. Here I'll write down login with valid credentials. This is the first scenario or first test case, you can say. Okay. So here the feature scenario or Gherkin keywords, as you already know from the previous session where before coming to this framework, guys, you have to watch my, Cucumber video. So it contains all the concepts of Cucumber that I already covered. Okay. So feature is a keyword, guys. It is a Gherkin keyword, but I'll explain it at a high level. Okay. Scenario is also another Gherkin keyword. Okay. So next thing is login with valid credentials. Then here I have to write some steps, guys. Okay. Given. This is also Gherkin keyword. So Cucumber can understand the Gherkin language. Okay. So here given, I'll write down I navigate to login page. Given I navigate to login page. Okay. Given I navigate to login page. When after going to login page, what I have to do? I have to enter the email address. Okay. I have entered the valid email address. And given user has navigated to, you can write like this. User also you can write. I have navigated also you can write. Okay. Whatever that you feel you can write. Okay. Given user has navigated to login page and user has entered valid email address. What is the valid email address the user has entered? In double quotes, give that email address, guys. Okay. This is the valid email address that the user has entered, which is in the string format. Okay. Given when and here I'll say and. So and user has entered valid password. What is the password? 12345. User has entered valid email address into the email field. When user enters. Okay. User has navigated login page when user enters valid address into the email field into email field, and user has entered valid password into password field. Like this, I'll write 2 steps. Okay. And after entering the valid password, and user has to click on login button, right? And user clicks on user clicks on login button and user clicks on login button, then what should happen when the user clicks on the login button? Then what should happen? Then user should get successfully logged in. Okay, user should get successfully logged in. You see, when you click on the login button, user got logged in successfully. If you are getting this my account and all, you see, user got logged in. This is the first scenario we have created. Similarly, we have to create other test cases or scenarios in this feature file related to the login functionality. The moment you click on save all, you are getting these highlightations. That means for this particular steps, we have not implemented any method. Okay, so we'll see that later. For now, we'll create few scenarios, guys. Okay, second scenario, I'll write down login with invalid credentials. Login with invalid credentials. Given user has navigated to login page, same thing. When user enters invalid email address, okay, into email field, and user enters invalid password, say 12345678890 into password field. Okay, user enters in here. I'm intentionally, I can give that, guys. Okay, if you want me to give user enters invalid email address, here I can give a value here. Okay, if you want. Okay, later I'll tell you what is the drawback of giving this invalid email address. Okay, for now I'll give some invalid email address there. Okay, I'll just give some invalid email address for now. I want to read 24122022 at the rate gmail.com, something I'm giving. Okay, and user clicks on login button, then user uh, user should get a warning message. So you see, when you try to log in with invalid credentials, what will happen? We'll see that. Okay, you should get a warning message. Let's go to the navigator login page and give some invalid email address. Just give some gen text here so that it will become invalid. I'll give some invalid password also. And once you click on login button, you're going to get a warning message. Okay. And user should get a proper warning message. No match. Okay. User should get a proper warning message about what is that message we got, guys? Okay. No match for email address. Okay. Credentials match. Okay. But given user should get a proper warning message about credentials mismatch. Okay. So this is another scenario. Click on save all. You see these steps are also not implemented. All the steps which are not implemented. Okay. We have to write the automation code. Okay. So we have to implement these steps using Selenium and all. We have to implement this. We have to automate these steps, guys. Okay. This is a Cucumber hybrid framework, right? As part of that, we have to implement these steps. Then only these warnings will be gone. How to implement the steps I am going to cover. Okay. First, let me complete all this, scenarios in the feature file. Okay. So scenario, next one is login with valid email and invalid password. So still you should get the proper warning message about credentials mismatch, right? Given user has navigated to login page, user had to navigate to login page. When user enters, so first valid email address, valid email address. What is the valid email address? The same steps, guys. Okay, user enters the valid email address. Okay, this is the same step you are going to write. Here also, this is first step is same. User has navigated to login page. This step is same, and user enters invalid password into the password field, and user, this is the one. This is the invalid password one, and user clicks on login button. User should same step, guys. Last step. User should get a proper warning message about credentials mismatch. Save on. You see, these steps, highlighted steps are not implemented or yet to be implemented. We are going to see that later. Scenario. Okay, first we'll create all the feature files and scenarios, guys. Okay, I'll take, for example, I'll take 3 feature files. Okay, for this Cucumber project, Cucumber hybrid framework, I'll take three feature files. In that, I'll create different number of scenarios. Okay, so be with me, guys. Okay, because I want to make it more, apt and all those stuff. So this data is required, this test case are required, so that I can show you this framework properly. Login with invalid email and valid password. So mostly you have to copy paste the steps given user has navigated to the login page. When user enters invalid, this time invalid email, right? This is the invalid email address. When user enters invalid email address, but valid password this time. Okay, valid password. Where is the valid password? Here is the valid. User enters valid password. Okay, this step you have to copy paste. User has, and user enters better. Enters is better, and user enters. User enters. Okay, this step you can copy paste. Okay, user enters valid password into the password field, and user clicks on login button. Then this time also user should get a proper warning message about credentials mismatch. Done. Fourth scenario is also done, guys. 4 test cases that I'm trying to automate as part of the login functionality, but you can automate good number of test cases. Here I'm only taking 4 scenarios. Okay, scenario login without providing any credentials. Okay, we are not going to enter any credentials, right? Okay, so given user has navigated to the login page, when user don't enter any, when user don't enter email address, any email address into the email address field, don't enter email address into the email address field, email field, and user don't enter password into password field, and user clicks on login button, then user, okay, these 2 steps you can copy paste. Okay, then user should get a proper warning message about credentials mismatch. Just click on save all. You see 5 scenarios have created, guys. Okay, I created 5 scenarios as part of this login.feature file. Okay, now let's create another feature file, guys. You see none of the steps in this login.feature file got implemented. I'll create another feature file. I'll just select new file. I'll just name this as register.feature. And again, you got some auto-generated text. Remove all this stuff and say feature colon registration functionality. Registration functionality. I'll just name this feature file as registration functionality. Scenario user creates an account with only with mandatory fields. Create an account only with mandatory fields. Only by filling the mandatory fields, user is going to create an account. Okay. Given user navigates to given user navigates here also it's better we write user navigates. Okay, that will be in sync. Given user navigates. Okay, in the login also we'll write given user navigates. It will be in sync. Okay, with the remaining steps and all the stuff. Given user navigates to login page everywhere. Okay, user navigates to login page. It navigates here also. User navigates to login page. User navigates to login page. Yeah, navigates. Okay. Here also I'll write down user navigates to register account page. Register account page. Okay. When you can't save all. So here user has to navigate to which page? Register account page. Okay. After user has navigated to the register account page, user has to enter only the mandatory fields. And when user enters the below fields, okay, what are the below fields the user will enter? Here, first name field. Okay. Give pipe symbol here. I would say pipe symbol first name, the first name field. What is the first name? User enters the below details, enters the details. Okay, details into below fields. Into below fields is better. Here I'm going to give all the details. Okay, first name. What is the first name? First name is I'll give as Arun. This one. Last name. Excuse me. Just press tab here so that it will be aligned. Give motoring. Then email. Uh, You see, every time we have to give a new email address here. Okay. You specify the email, it will be duplicate for the next time when you run. So I'll not pass the email address. Okay. Remaining everything I'll pass, but except email address. Okay. So fine. But I'll write for now. We'll see the problem and then later we'll rectify that. Anyhow, we'll write email. Email is some email I'm giving. I'll press tab. Okay. I'm organizing it. So then telephone. What is the telephone? Use the telephone number. Then password is the password. Uh, so both password, confirm password, both are same. That's it, guys. These are the fields we have to enter. And apart from that, this is not a mandatory field. I don't have to worry about that. I have to select the privacy policy. And user opts for user selects privacy policy. Okay, here you see user enters her own. Here user will enter the. Here user will enter an email address. Let's say Montori 24/12/2022 something. Some email address, password. Sorry, telephone password 12345. Here also password 12345. Select the privacy policy and clicks on, and user clicks on which button? Continue button. You see, then user account should be created. Then user account should get created successfully. Like this, we are going to create the feature files, guys. Click on save all. You see all the steps got highlighted. That means none of the steps got implemented so far. Okay. I'll create one more scenario. This scenario I'll copy paste, guys, so that it will save our time. Scenario, second scenario. User creates an account with all fields. Okay, with all fields. User navigates to register account page is same. User enters the details into the below fields. And here, all fields means already all fields are there. Okay, so I'll just log out and show you again. Here, register account, first name, last name, email, telephone, password, password confirm. Here, newsletter option also we have to select. I'll say and user selects yes for newsletter. Okay, yes for newsletter like this. User enters the around here more to the here user enters some email address. Some telephone number. Password. Same password you have to give. Select the newsletter and select the privacy policy. User selects privacy policy and user clicks on continue button. User clicks on continue button. Then account should get created successfully. Then user account should get created successfully. Like this, another scenario created. Next scenario. Copy this. User creates a duplicate account. User creates a duplicate account. Okay. That means if you try to create an account with an existing email address, that is called as a duplicate account. Okay. User navigates to register account page. User enters the details into the fields around motory. The same email address, whatever the user has given here, is going to give here, guys. Okay. Same email address, user has to go duplicate email. Trying to create an account with duplicate email address. So this email should be different, guys. Then only a new account will be created. Otherwise, you'll get an error. I'll show you. Okay. I'll copy this email. I'll show you guys. User select yes for newsletter, selects privacy policy, clicks on continue button. Then user should get created, user account should get created, will not be there. User should get a proper warning message or proper error. User should get a proper error, guys. This time I'll show you. When you try to create duplicate account, what will happen? I'll show you. Log out. Right click. Register. Give Arun. Here give same email address using which account is already created. Here I'll give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Select yes. Select privacy policy. Click on the continue button. You see warning, email address is already registered is coming. Okay. Then user should get a proper warning about duplicate email address. Proper warning about duplicate email. Okay, should get a proper warning, or you can this is like looks like a warning only, right? Error or warning, whatever you say. User should get a proper warning about duplicate email. Now click on save all. You see these steps are not implemented. Last scenario I'll create for the feature file, guys. Okay, none of these steps got implemented. We'll implement that later. The last scenario I'm going to create is scenario user creates an account without filling any details. User creates an account without filling any details, without details. Okay, that means given user navigates to register account page is same. Okay, user has to navigate to the register account page. After going there, user is not going to enter any of these fields. Directly click on the continue button. When user don't enter any details into fields and clicks on continue button directly. Okay. Then what should happen when user clicks on continue button without selecting any of these fields? User should get a proper warning. Okay. Then user should get proper warning messages. 'For every mandatory field'. 'For every mandatory field', 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 'For every mandatory like this. Okay, for each and every mandatory field, including this privacy policy, guys. Okay, and here first name, you got a warning message. Last name, email, telephone. Okay, password. For every mandatory field, you should get a warning message. This is the fourth scenario we have created in the register account registration functionality. Register account functionality, registration functionality. Click on save all. None of these steps got implemented already. You see, every step in this feature file are highlighted in yellow. They need to be implemented. Now another feature file I'm going to create. This is the last feature file for sample I'm going to create. Select right click on this features package and select new and select file and just name this file as such.feature. Click on finish. Control A and delete all the stuff. Type feature keyword and type down such functionality. I'll just mention this as such functionality. Here I'll say scenario user searches for a valid product. I'll quickly write down user searches for a valid product. When user enters uh, given user opens the application or otherwise I cannot say opens the application. Given user what we can write here user searches for a valid product. Given user is on any page, we can write that or we can not compulsory. User when user is on any page, or we can say anything. Given user opens the application, I'll write for now like this. Given user opens the application, when user enters valid product that is HP into search box field and user clicks on search button, then what should happen here when user enters HP and clicks on search button? This. Then user should get valid product displayed in search results. Like this. Okay, click on save all. You see first scenario is completed. Second scenario, I'll write down scenario. User searches for an invalid product given user opens the application when user enters invalid product. What is the invalid product? Honda. Honda is not there in this application. Search box field and user clicks on search button. Then user should see when user searches Honda here, click on search button. User should get this message, guys. Okay, user should get this. There's no product that matches the search criteria. User should get a user should get a message. User should get a message about no product matching. Okay, done. Then another here guys, some unexpectedly some double quote came. Let's we can remove that. Scenario, another scenario. User last scenario guys. Okay, searches without any product. Okay, searches without any product. Given user opens the application when user don't enter any product name into search box field and user clicks on search button, then user should get a message about no product matching. You see what I'm writing this scenario about is click on save all. You see none of the steps got implemented. Here I'm saying I'll not enter any product details and click on search button. You will still get the same message here. Okay, there's no product that matches the search criteria will come. So I created 3 feature files, guys, and all these 3 feature files, each and every step of these feature files have to implement now. Okay, how to implement this each and every step of this feature file and each and every step of the scenarios of these feature files, how to implement. For that, here under the src test Java, I'll create a new package, okay, known as step definitions. Okay, like this one package name I'll create, guys, step definitions package. Click on finish, and here I'll close all for now. Under the step definitions, to match, to write, to implement the scenario steps of each and every scenario of this login functionality feature file, each and every step we have to implement. For that, I'm going to create a Java class under the step definitions for login functionality steps. Okay, so I'll right click on the step definitions, select new, and create a class, select class, and just name this as login. Simply login, guys, nothing much. Okay, here login.feature, here login.java. Click on finish. You see, login.java file got created. Now I have to implement these steps. How to implement all these steps? Copy this step. Okay, it will take some time, but that's good. We'll be learning a lot. Public void, paste the step, and put this, fill these gaps with underscore. User navigates to login page. Okay, just fill these gaps. Circular brackets. Starting of the method, ending of the method. Here, write down @ given. Here, given is there. For that, you have to write @ given annotation. Okay. So here, circular brackets, give double quotes, and copy paste the same line. Okay. Done. That's it. Hover the mouse on @ given. And you see, you're not getting any import statements. The reason behind that is you have to add the Cucumber libraries to this project. How to add the Cucumber libraries to this project? Open the pom.xml file. In the pom.xml file of this project, which is created by default, you see all these things came by default in this pom.xml file. I have not written any of this stuff. If you go to the dependencies, only one dependency is coming by default, that is JUnit. So this project is currently configured with, is by default coming with the Java library and here JUnit library. Two things are there, but I want to add the libraries of the Cucumber. How to add the libraries of Cucumber? To add the libraries of Cucumber, we have to go to one website, that is mbn repository, and search for Cucumber here. Search for Cucumber, guys. Okay. When you search for Cucumber, you'll get this IO Cucumber, Cucumber Java. Okay. IO Cucumber, Cucumber JUnit, IO Cucumber, Cucumber Core. Like this 3 items you will get, guys. We need the 3 items. I'll open these 3 items in new tabs. First one is Cucumber Java. You should not take from InfoQux. You have to take from IO Cucumber. This is the latest. IO Cucumber is latest. You similarly have InfoQux, but you should not take Cucumber Java from IO Cucumber. Okay. Cucumber JUnit also from IO Cucumber. Okay. Make sure that you are taking from IO Cucumber, not from InfoQux. Okay. That's very important. Because IO Cucumber is latest. Okay. So Cucumber JUnit is also from IO Cucumber, and then Cucumber Core also from IO Cucumber. Just see these 3 things here. What is the latest 7.10.1? 7.10.1. Here also 7.10.1 is there. That's fine. Take the latest version. Copy this. Come back here and paste it here. Cucumber Java came up. What next we have? Then here also Cucumber JUnit is there. Take the latest version. Copy this. Cucumber JUnit. Then we have next one. Cucumber Core 7.10.1. Paste it. Okay. Cucumber core also came. Anything else we need to take? Let me check. That's it, guys. Cucumber Java, Cucumber JNet, Cucumber core. 3 items. And they should be of same version, guys. Better make sure that they are from same version. 7.10.1, then fine. Whatever the latest that is available and is of common version between these 3 items, you have to take it. JUnit has come by default and we are adding the Cucumber libraries. Click on save all and the libraries will get downloaded here under the Maven dependencies. Here you see, apart from JUnit, we have the Cucumber libraries. Now go to the login.java, hover the mouse on given and this time you should get this annotation. Given, it's not coming. Just close this and open this login.java, hover the mouse. Okay, src test Java, right? Did I add the libraries properly? I'm just checking. Cucumber Java, Cucumber JUnit, Cucumber core. I think these are the things, but let me check. Let me cross check again. Not getting. Given should come here, but it's not coming. So what may be the reason why it is not coming? Added the dependencies, right? Cucumber Java. Let me check once. Okay, let's do one thing, guys. Let's update this project once. Okay, so since the import statement is not coming here, trying to import this given, I'll update this project once. Right click, Maven. Sorry, run as, not run as, Maven only. Right click Maven and select update project. Okay, sometimes what happens is the libraries will not be downloaded properly. Because of that reason, the things may happen, guys. Okay, you may have to restart your Eclipse ID or whatever it is. Just try it until you get this. Okay, or change the versions if you are not getting the libraries from this 7.10.1. Go with the older version. Anything may work out. Okay, update the Maven project and finally hover the mouse on given. This time you see you are getting this import given from IO Cucumber is coming. Import that. Okay, so that import statement should come. Either you have to go with the older version of Cucumber, but it's working now. 7.10.1, which is the latest version of as per today and all, is working. If not, you can go with the latest versions and update the project and go to the latest version and try all the different stuff. Okay. So for every step here, I'm implementing the methods here. You see, for the first step, user navigates to login page. I implemented a step here. Click on save all and click on login.feature. You see, first step got implemented, right? For remaining steps, do you have to do the same hard work here, like writing public, and no need to do anything, guys. Right click on this, say run as Cucumber feature. Always save resources, say okay. In the Eclipse ID only will give you the implementation of these steps, guys. Okay, you don't have to write manually. Let's copy paste. Okay, let's copy paste or let's write few for few scenarios, or let's copy paste also is fine. Here given I have written for this particular step, first step. Similarly, here user enters valid email address. Copy this part. You can write it manually or you can copy from the Eclipse output also. After I'll implement first two steps by myself. Third step onwards, we'll copy paste. Okay. So here I'll write public void, copy the step. User enters valid email address. Remove this value. This value should not be there. Underscore into email field. So which email? We are passing that email from the step, right? This email. So how to do that? Here write down string email text. Okay. Here write down the annotation matching with this when keyword, that is at the rate when you have to write. Okay. At the rate when, let's see here. At the rate when, for this at the rate when I'm writing, and copy this line and here double quotes and paste it. User enters valid email address. This email text I want to receive, right? So here I'll write curly braces and say string here. Okay, string into the email field. This string will be passed on to the email text. Okay, this is how. Over the mouse and at the rate when. Click on save all. At the rate when. Import when from IO Cucumber. Done. This is also done. Now click on save all and see whether the, you see this step is also got implemented. Remaining all steps, guys, I'll yeah, remaining all steps I'll just take it from the Eclipse IDE output. Right click this feature file and say Cucumber feature, run as feature, Cucumber feature, and you'll get the unimplemented steps here. You see, you should not waste your time, right? Copy paste all these steps. Just copy paste all your steps, all the steps generated by Eclipse IDE here, and go to the login.java and paste it here. Okay, so remove all this stuff. User enters valid password, string into the password field, string, password text I'll say. Done. User clicks on login button. Let's remove this stuff. So here, when user enters, let's see the steps, guys. Let's go the steps one by one. User enters valid password. Okay. Where is that step? User enters valid password. This is the one. Okay. So here and keyword is there, but here when keyword is coming. So I just update with and. Okay. Update with and over the mouse. Import this and from iOcucumber. Done. Then what is the next step? And user clicks on login button. This is the next step. Here also and. Done. Save all. The last one is user should get successfully logged in. Then user should get successfully logged in. So to go to this step, the steps are coming, but this one is not coming, guys. Okay, that's okay. User should get successfully logged in. Over the mouse, import this. Then now you just go from here. Oh, it's not still not coming. Okay. Then user should get successfully logged in. Remove this part. Click on save all. Done. That step is also implemented. User should get successfully logged in. Looks like all the steps got implemented. You see, user enters invalid email address into the email field string. Invalid email text. This one also remove this stuff. Here say invalid password text. Next one. Okay, that's fine. User don't enter any. Okay, that's also fine. Then this step, remove this. User don't enter password into the password field. Don't enter email address into the email field. So all these steps are now available. Click on save all and see whether all the steps highlightations are gone off. That means implementation is done. Okay. Implementation is done. But here in this methods, what we have to write the Selenium code, guys. Okay. We have to write the Selenium automation code. For now, we are creating the step definition files. That's it. Okay. For each and every feature file, we are creating the step definition files. Similarly, let's quickly create the step definition files for this register.feature and search.feature also. I'll close this login.feature, open the register.feature. Here I'll right click on the step definitions and create a new class. I'll say register.java. Okay, register, just mention register, it will be register.java. Click on finish. Here I have to implement the methods for each and every highlighted step in the register.feature file. Here I have to implement the steps. So for that, I'll right click on this feature file and say run as Cucumber feature. Cucumber will automatically generate the things for us. Copy all these steps and implement undefined scenarios. Okay. You can copy all this stuff. Copy, 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 copy. Copy till here. Go back to the register.java. Paste it here. That's it. Okay. Now hold the mouse and @@ given and import this given from. Okay. So if you don't want to import each and every annotation, you just provide hashtag symbol here in place of given. You see, you don't have to import each and everything separately. Okay, there's a one shortcut here. Okay. User navigates to register account page. Remove this code, which is not necessary. When user enters the details into the below fields, which details here, data table should be coming. So remove this data table, guys. Remove this part. Put it as data table. Hover the mouse on data table and import this data table from IO Cucumber and remove these steps. Okay, that's it. I'll explain about data table. Okay, so when the time comes, when we automate the scenario, we'll use the data table variable. Then user selects privacy policy. Remove this. User clicks on continue button. Remove this. User account should get created successfully. Remove this. This also remove. Remove. Okay, user don't enter any details. Fine, remove. User clicks on continue button. Remove. User should get proper warning message for mandatory fields. Remove. Okay, done. Everything is implemented. Click on save all. You go to the restart feature. You see all the steps got implemented. Highlights are gone off. Close this. Close this. Now for the search dot feature also, let's quickly create the step definition methods. Step definition file for the search dot feature and the steps to be implemented. We'll do that. Right click on the step definitions. Right click new class. Say search. Click on finish. Here, right click on this feature and say run as Cucumber feature. You get all these undefined scenarios here with the implementation. Eclipse IDE will generate the implementation for you if you have not implemented. Copy this. Go to search.java and paste it. Import the first one from Cucumber and here provide asterisk symbol. That's it. Okay. Given user opens application, remove this stuff. User enters valid product into the search box field. Remove this. Here string search product text. Enters valid product, right? Valid product text. Here clicks on search button. Just make it empty. User should get a valid product displayed in search results. Remove this part. And user enters invalid product. Here invalid product text you just mentioned. Invalid product text. Invalid product text. Done. Remove these lines which are auto generated. Then user should get a message about no product matching. Remove this. User don't enter any product name into the search box field. Remove. All the steps implementation are done. We are ready to write a Selenium code, guys. For now, just the empty methods are fine. Okay. You see, when you say save all, you see all the steps highlights are gone off. Okay. Now we have created the respective step definition files for each and every feature file that is here. What are the next thing that we have to do? This methods doesn't have any implementation yet. We have to implement them. Okay. So let's see. Then so this will take a lot of time, guys. Writing the Selenium code will take a lot of time. Creating the Maven project, creating the feature files, creating the step definitions will be part of the part one here. Part one I wanted to cover of this framework. Then here I'll give part two. In part two, I'm going to write the Selenium automation code. Okay. I'll take the framework to the next level also in the next session. But for now, we just to get started, we created the Maven project, configured properly with the required Eclipse IDE plugins, Cucumber plugin, and the libraries to be added. We created the feature files for each and every feature file steps. We created some scenarios in the feature files for each and every scenario steps in the feature file. We created step definition methods inside the step definition classes. Okay. So far we have done, but there is a lot of things that we have to do still. that I'm going to cover in the next session. Okay, I cannot cover everything in a single session, right? So I'll take that as part of the next session. So that's all for this session. See you in the next session. Thank you. Bye.